relaying. I mean, no matter when it happens.
Down they go to Tony. Going to end it with a dunk. Well, Fayetteville is 1,843 miles away.
And pushing across from left to right. He steals the bag. Wow. He steals home. Kurt Wilson, while Nixon was on the mound looking down, has stolen home to win the ball game.
8 seconds for Lowry to work with. Mounded by Irving, stolen by Drummond. Drummond coast to coast with the throwdown. Did he chuck a deuce on the way to the basket?
Even Steve Nash is smiling at this one. Oh, big man, shoot the gas.
We're sending it in, Jerome. That's for damn sure.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to Tsp Wagers, a very special episode because we are back with Major League Baseball, Ben. Finally,
baseball's back.
Baseball is back. My hat's on crooked, but we'll get that fixed right here. But
I thought you were going for the style there.
Oh, nah, I mean, no. It's just sometimes when these headphones are on, it like tilts my hat. I don't know why. But man, baseball is back, baby. Very excited because we had a great year last year betting baseball. Yep. So excited to share that with everybody this year. If you tapped in last year to all of our wager shows, you definitely know we understand our baseball and love our baseball, and very excited for tonight. So we got 2 games we're going to handicap for tonight. We were going to talk Yankees Red Sox, but that game got postponed. So we're going to move to the other New York team. But before we get to the games, Ben, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, man. It's about to be really fucking hot here in California. So I'm not looking forward to that. We got a 95-degree day tomorrow. So like it's going to be Vegas weather out here. But it's okay. We only got to deal with it for a day. I think it's going to be back down in the 80s on Friday. So looking forward to a good weekend, and holy shit, looking forward to Saturday. That's the biggest thing. We've got baseball, basketball, F1, UFC, the Masters. Just list goes on and on and on.
Yes, this weekend is going to be a mecca of sports, dude. Just incredible shit.
And I'm busy all day.
Yeah.
That is what it is.
I will be making time definitely to watch my guy Khamzat Chimaev fight.
Oh yeah,
definitely gonna be watching him fight. But yeah, man, excited for this weekend, dude. Man, this is
so much going on.
It is the best time of the year, man. Then we got NBA playoffs coming up. We got NHL playoffs coming up. We're winding down.
Lakers are eliminated.
The Lakers are eliminated finally, dude. Yep. The gift that keeps on giving is finally over. Yeah. Talked about it on my show yesterday. Just what a fucking shit show this year was, and really that it's gonna be damn near impossible for them to fucking turn it around in a year. I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron ends up asking for a trade, but that's here nor there. Yeah, man, crazy stuff. Ben, did you also hear about this this new thing they got going on with the pitchers and catchers? How they're gonna like send signals to the pitchers?
Is that actually happening?
Yeah, I guess like half the league is doing it. Like some of the teams are doing it.
Okay. Yeah, I heard pitchers, catchers, and then like 2 players are gonna have.
I think it's like, the shortstop and the shortstop and the first baseman, I think.
Okay. Yeah, are gonna have signal buzzers, so they know what pitches are gonna be coming, but nobody else will.
And they're saying like, oh, it's gonna eliminate sign stealing, but dude, like, these dudes are gonna hire someone to hack that shit.
I mean, either that, or it's just gonna be a complete shit show where you're gonna get so many pass balls, you're gonna get so many injuries with the catcher because they're thinking that they're getting something that they're not. And
oh no, these dudes are professionals, bro.
Well, yeah, but with the first 2 months of this, I mean, like, there's gonna be so many like pitchers who don't know what the right buzz is, or they counted 2 buzzes instead of 3.
I mean, you might get 1 or 2, but once they mess up, they're going to go to the mound and get it all situated. They're professionals, man. They're professionals. I mean, I think it's interesting. You know, I would love for it to be like I was thinking like I would love for that to some way be telecasted, but then that would be damn near impossible because the other team could be like in on the telecast, and then they could be like, "Hey, this pitch is coming." But
they just got to stop putting cameras out in the outfields that are focused on home plate.
Nah, you gotta have that. That's like the best angle for a pitch.
Well, yeah, but like for the teams, not the like.
But aren't they just
us,
like
the
watching
viewer.
the telecast?
No,
I thought that's
because there's a delay on telecast, so
like a slight delay.
Yeah, but still enough time for.
It's 2022 now. That shit is
Yeah, but they got to have delay in case fan runs out on the field naked or
that's true.
F-bombs get dropped. You know,
that's very true. But man, we're gonna talk about two interesting games today. We got the Mets versus the Washington Nationals, so that is a division game, and then we have Houston versus the Angels, another division game.
Yep.
So the first one we're going to talk about is the NL East game. That's going to be the New York Mets versus the Washington Nationals. This is a game that DeGrom was supposed to be starting, but he's out indefinitely, so he will not be starting. Instead, the New York Mets will be sending, what's his name? Is it Tyler? Tyler McGill to the mound. Yep. He's a rookie. He started actually. I shouldn't say he's a rookie. He started 11 games last year, but still a young dude. Had a 4.29 ERA last year in 11 starts, 105 innings pitched, 50 earned runs. Had a WHIP of 1.2. So I mean, like, yeah, the ERA is bad. The WHIP isn't too bad. But obviously this is going to be a second year, so he should be a little bit better. And then the Washington Nationals are sending Patrick Corbin to the mound, who was fucking awful last year.
Yeah.
He had a, what was his ERA? Like 6 point something, 5 point something?
Bad.
5.82 last year. 31 starts, 9-16 record, a WHIP of 1.468. I mean, this guy was not good by any stretch of the imagination. But Patrick Corbin is a guy that, you know, he was once a Cy Young winner. I think he won a Cy Young before, didn't he?
I don't believe so.
But he was in the
just in the running.
Yeah, he finished in the top 3 for a Cy Young before.
Yeah.
So very interesting game. Right now the Mets obviously are favored -1.5 runs and -122 on the money line. So if you're looking at the screen, we have the run differential, and then we have the money line. So that is not the vig on the -1.5 or +1.5. So New York Mets -1.5 runs, which is -122 money line, and then we have the Washington Nationals, who are +1.5 or +117 on the money line.
Where are you seeing these numbers? Because mine do not match up to that.
This is from Circa.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
This is straight from Circa. And then so the vig on the run line is -1.5 is +122, and then the line already moved too. Mets -128 now. And then the +1.5 is -140.
Okay.
So +1.5, -140. Over under on the runs is 9. Over under total is 9 runs.
Yeah, I see that. Okay. Sorry, what's money line again?
Money line now, it's moved in the last couple of minutes. It's the Mets -128, Nationals +117.
Okay.
Lay 100, win 117. So what's your thoughts on this game?
I mean, initially, I like the Mets here, even though, you know, they've got a backup pitcher and Tyler McGill.
Well, he was gonna he made their rotation to start the year though.
Yeah. I mean, obviously not the number one, but they like what they've been doing in this offseason is just, I don't want to say lights out, but a hell of a lot better than what the Nationals have been doing. Nationals have just been atrocious, absolutely atrocious. 4-11 in the preseason. I know preseason isn't much. Like you aren't going to be looking at much there, but just the way that these teams have played, you're looking at the batting averages of these top players on the Nationals, and it's just it's not great.
Yeah.
You got D Strange who's hitting well, 455. You've got Kybert Ruiz who's hitting 333, but everybody else is, sub 300, and most of them are sub 200. So the bats just to me are not going to be there, and that's going to be against pitchers who aren't all there. So you're not going to be getting your starting rotation other than maybe an inning or two there. So my opinion is those numbers should be inflated there. So I'm definitely leaning Mets. What is it? -130,
minus 128.
Yeah, I think that's a great bet there. You're still getting good value out of the money line, and to be honest, I'd even put a little bit on on the -1.5. Not a fan, huh?
No, I'm looking at it. I haven't even really looked at this game yet, dude, to be honest. Right before we hopped on, I'm seeing a lot.
McGill had 3 bad starts last year,
and one of them was against the Nationals. 6 ERA against them last year.
And he pitched 11 innings, 6 runs.
I mean, a lot of action is coming in on the Mets.
Yeah.
And rightfully so.
The Nationals were horrible during preseason.
They were, and then, the public obviously is going to see what the Mets did during the regular season. They're going to say, "Oh man, that's incredible what they did. Like, I expect them to win a ton of games."
Mm-hmm.
The Nationals obviously fucking suck. Or they're going to suck. We forecast them to suck. So, that's where the average person is really thinking there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
truth behind it, it's game 1.
It's game 1 of 162. And I see this every year where a team is supposed to be like phenomenal and they lose their first game against a shitty team.
Yeah.
And it's not the end of the world, dude. It's game 1 of 162. That's what I do wonder is I do wonder if there's like some kind of pressure on this Mets team to the point where maybe they do stumble out the gate a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude, because like McGill, it's such a unknown, and then obviously Patrick Corbin wasn't good last year. He had a good spring though. He didn't allow a single run in the spring. Neither did McGill though, for that matter.
Just looking at the first 5 games of the season that each of these pitchers pitched, McGill went 24 innings and allowed 7 runs. Corbin went 27 innings and allowed 25 runs.
When was that?
That was to start off last season.
Yeah, in the month of April, Corbin was atrocious, dude. That fool had a 10.4 ERA in the opening month.
Yeah. 20 runs in April in his 4 games.
And then he was bad in July and August, and then he was better to close out the year.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the best bet here, honestly, might be to take Mets first 5 money line. What do you think about that?
Yeah. I do like that. I don't have their numbers.
I don't have first 5. They don't have any first 5
they
numbers.
Put that out usually in the first or that day.
Yeah, but it's probably going to be around the same thing. I have to imagine.
Yeah,
I can't imagine that it's like totally
to be honest,
crazy.
It's probably better in favor of. We'll probably be getting better odds for the Mets because, you've got a number 1 versus a number 2.
Right. Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that.
Yeah, I'd take to be honest, I'd take Mets first 5. I'd take Mets full game. I lean the over. Or sorry, I lean the -1.5.
Also lean the under because I'm just not sure the Nationals are going to score a ton of runs this year outside of Juan Soto.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's going to be easier for teams to pitch to him because he doesn't really have anyone protecting him. I mean, yeah, Josh Bell, he had a good year last year, but aside from those 2 guys, this is a team that doesn't really have anybody.
Yeah, Josh Bell is, let's see, how many walks did he have?
He was good last year. He had a good year. He just wasn't healthy all year.
Preseason, he's 5 for 31, batting 147.
Not a good start to spring.
Not at all. Juan Soto hit 308. Lane Thomas 303. D Strange 455. I mean, D Strange was on fire. Keibert Ruiz 333. That's pretty much it from what I'm seeing.
Let's see here. Let me look at something here.
Joey Meneses hit 500, but he only had 4 at bats, so can't really take those numbers.
Their relievers. See, that's the other thing about the Mets too, is I don't really trust their bullpen, dude.
Yeah, but I just don't see
Adam Ottavino. He was good last year with Boston, but he's not great. Edwin Diaz is nice. But man, they kind of, that's why I like the first 5 here, because I'm not sure that the Mets have a bullpen deep enough.
Yeah.
Because the National, like I said, Juan Soto is a nice player, dude. D Strange Gordon's playing well. Josh Bell can still hit jacks, and he's a switch hitter for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I still trust the Nationals' offense. I just don't trust their pitching. I think they'll be all right hitting wise as an offense.
Yeah. Okay, I was just looking at injuries here. Nothing big.
Juan Soto is still the best player in baseball. Oh, and they have Nelson Cruz now too, so they do kind of have protection for him. Forgot about my man Nelson Cruz.
Nelson didn't. I mean, 35 at bats, batting 143. I mean, again,
it's spring training though.
Spring training, but to me, that signifies that it's going to be a slow start.
Could be, or it could mean that they started off hot.
I mean, when you're batting 1 for 7, it's not good.
I don't know.
I like that first 5.
I like the first 5. I'm with you.
I'd lean the under.
Yeah.
And I'd lean full game Mets. But that's just a lean.
The one thing about, actually, you know what? Scratch that. I like the Mets here because Patrick Corbin is a lefty and Mark Canha fucking rakes lefties. So does the polar bear. What's his fucking name? Help me out here, Ben. The first baseman. Why is his name slipping my fucking head, dude?
Pete Alonso,
dude.
Yeah.
They all hit lefties well. So does Francisco Lindor.
Lindor too, yeah.
Lindor's got to bounce back this year too.
Yeah.
Honestly, when they face righty, they honestly the Mets
Sterling
might
Marte
fucking
there too.
Marte, dude. The Mets might honestly rake lefties this year.
Yeah.
This is a good lineup against left-handed hitting. Yeah. Give me the Mets, and I'll also take the over here, Ben. I kind of like the over.
You think the Mets are going to score 9 runs?
No, I think the Mets are going to score like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
And the Nationals just got to put up 3 or 4, which I think they're very well capable of doing with Juan Soto, Josh Bell, Nelson Cruz. I actually really like the over now that I'm looking at this.
Let's see, how have they been playing? Let's see. Mets last game versus the National.
What was it, like 11-1?
14-0 Nationals.
Yeah, man, I like the over actually. What's the weather like tomorrow? Because it's in Washington D.C. and
53 degrees and raining.
Maybe I don't like the over.
Yeah,
Is this game even going to be played?
I don't know. Yes.
Actually, maybe if it's raining, it's more humid. The ball might fly more, actually.
Let's see, what time's the game? 1?
Yeah, no, it's at 4. 7 o'clock Eastern.
7 o'clock Eastern? Okay, so I gotta look at that.
4:05 Pacific.
7 o'clock, 59% rain.
Ooh, man. I still
Wind at 8 miles an hour, gusts of 14, 78% humidity.
So, yeah, that ball's going to fly. Give me the over. Give me the over. I like the over there. If this game is played.
0.5 of an inch, so it's not going to be.
Oh, there's not that much rain.
Not that much, yeah.
Yeah, I like the over here, Ben.
I'm going to stay away from that over under, to be honest.
Man,
that's just my personal.
Yeah. No, I think I really like that over. All right, are we comfortable with that game? All right, let's move into the second game. We got the Houston Astros versus the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim of Disneyland. And heading to the mound, we have Framber Valdez against Shohei Ohtani. Last year, Framber Valdez, he was hurt for a lot of the year. Came back, did decent. What was his ERA last year? I'm trying to pull it up. I was slipping on that. 3.14 ERA, yeah. 1.24 WHIP. And then Shohei Ohtani, obviously, he was outstanding last year. What was his?
Especially in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, he started out really well. 3.18 ERA, 1.09 WHIP. Only 130 innings pitched, though. Obviously, he only pitches once every 7 days.
Yeah.
And he was really good at home, too, which I think needs to be stated. 1.95 ERA at home.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thoughts on this game?
I mean, the way that the Angels have been playing preseason, I think you definitely have to take a little bit into account on that. 11-6 in their 17 games.
They have the best record of the what's it called? The Cactus League. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, looking at these teams, it's not the best, but yeah, I mean, Dodgers were in there and Dodgers didn't do great. But they played really well. And I mean, Astros weren't half bad either there, 8-5 with a +1 run differential. So they really kept games close.
Yeah.
And if you look at like the Angels runs scored versus runs allowed, 113-81. And then you jump down to the Astros, 53-52. So, just looking at this alone, I'm going to say that this is going to be a low scoring game because the Astros offensively are not hitting that great, but also defensively are playing really well here. Over under is sitting at 8.5, so I would lean the under there. But I guess that really depends on how deep these pitchers are really going to go. I'd go first 5 under. Yeah, I think would be my favorite.
I do agree with that. I like that first 5 under as well. The one thing about Shohei Ohtani is
4.
Yeah, no, it'll probably be 4.5 maybe. The one thing about Shohei Ohtani is like he's good at home, but he's not good against the Astros. He's never been good against the Astros pitching. And yeah, I know Carlos Correa is not there anymore, but you still have a very powerful lineup in Yordan Alvarez. And I expect Yordan Alvarez to compete for the MVP this year.
Yeah.
I think he's that good. That's how much I think of him. And, Bregman's still there. Jose Altuve's still there. So, I mean, this isn't a lineup to take very lightly. Plus, their best hitters are left-handed too. Like Yordan Alvarez is a left-handed hitter. Yeah. I'm actually interested to see.
Let's see how Jordan do.
Yeah, do you have his numbers against Shohei Ohtani?
I don't. Let's see. How did he do? Yordan, 20 plate appearances, hit 200 in the preseason here.
How many home runs?
Not great. 2 home runs. And his 20 at bats. I mean, 1 out of 10. That's great.
I feel like a lot of these guys are just trying to fucking get in shape during spring training.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can pull up how he did.
But really,
against
Houston's batting averages are all low. Other than Yuli Gurriel, 421. Everybody else is, I guess, Altuve 348, but Brantley 200, Bregman 250, Tucker 227, Yordan 200.
Yeah.
Maldonado 125.
Yeah, I'm not gonna put a ton of weight in the spring training though. I try to stay away from that because if you get stuck on spring training.
Well, yes, but at the same time, you have to look at like the current aspect of this team.
Yeah, but like I said, like a lot of these guys, like spring training, you don't know what they're working on. They could be working on certain things, certain games. You know what I mean? Like, because it doesn't count.
Yeah.
So it's hard to put weight into. We see this every year. A team is like hella good in spring training and they fucking suck during the regular season. Or a team's great during the regular season and they suck in spring training.
Okay.
For example, the Giants were terrible last year in spring training, Ben, and then they were one of the best teams in baseball all year.
Okay, what do we put into Framber Valdez only pitching 3 innings in all of spring training?
I don't put anything into it because he still has bullpen sessions.
True.
Like you're just not seeing, you know what I mean? But they're throwing out there. And Framber
had 5.2.
Yeah, he only threw 5.2 innings. And also remember
strikeouts in those 5.2 innings though.
Yeah. And remember that Ohtani's first year, dude, he was so bad in spring training. People were like, "Oh shit, this is gonna be nasty." Yeah. And then he was hella good during the regular season. Like, that's what I'm saying. You just don't know what these dudes are working on, dude. Like they could literally be working on one specific thing during that one game, and that could like ruin everything or stat wise. So not gonna put a ton into it. I'm trying to find Jordan versus Ohtani. Trying to find out. But last year against the Angels in Angel Stadium, he hit 438, slugging 719, OPS 1.25, dude. 6 RBIs in 8 games. Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Bro's a beast. First pitcher, let's see. Let's see here. Verse pitchers. Plate appearances.
How can you have a over 1 OPS?
Who?
How can you?
Because it's slugging plus on base. So if you're slugging 700 and your on base is 400,
okay,
you're over. All right, let's see here. Yordan Alvarez. I got his pitcher against certain pitchers. Let me just find Ohtani here. Because it doesn't let you search. You gotta literally fucking find the fucking pitcher. Ohtani.
Ohtani did not pitch last year against
the Astros?
The Astros, yeah.
No, he did. He had a 6 ERA against them.
Oh, sorry. Yep. May 11th.
1 start? Oh, Shohei Ohtani.
Oh, and September 10th.
Yordan Alvarez, 5 plate appearances against Shohei Ohtani in his career. No home runs, 1 RBI, 1 strikeout, 1 double, 2 hits. So he's hitting 400, slugging 600, OPS 1 even. So pretty decent numbers off of him.
I mean, 200. No, it's not.
Oh, 400.
Great.
400.
400. 2 for 5. Oh, 2 for 5. Okay.
Yeah. Small sample size, obviously.
Yeah.
Not a big sample size, but man, I like the Astros here plus 1.5 runs for the total game. I'm with you though. I like that first 5 under. I think that might be my favorite bet here.
Yeah. I'd lean Angels, but
maybe lean Angels money line. Don't love it. I do think it's going to be a close game, which is why I like the Houston Astros plus 1.5. But I'm with you, dude. I think my favorite bet of this game is that first 5 under.
Yep.
We comfortable with that?
Yeah, I don't trust that full game.
Yeah, it's tough, dude.
8.5 is still pretty low.
And the Astros definitely have the better bullpen, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Because that's like the strength of the Astros pitching staff is their bullpen.
Yeah.
All right.
It is.
Let's rewind it. Let's recap. Ben, what is your 1 pint bet of the night?
1 pint bet of the night. We are going to go with Mets first 5.
Mets first 5 money line. My 1 pint bet of the night. We're going to take, we're going to go over 9 runs, Washington and the New York Mets. What's your 2 pint?
2 pint bet of the night is going to be Mets money line.
And my 2 pint bet of the night is going to be Houston Astros plus 1.5 against the Los Angeles Angels. And what's your 3 pint? The most confident.
Go first 5 under 4.5 in the Astros and Angels game.
My 3 pint bet of the night is under 4.5. First 5 Angels Astros.
4.5. Okay.
I love that one.
We didn't mention it before, but we are being sponsored by Devour tonight.
Yes,
so
we are. Thank you, Ben.
make sure to use promo code Taproom when signing up and get $10 off your first purchase of $25 or more. But what beer did you have tonight? What were you drinking?
I was drinking a Gypsy Fade right now, and I had a Ghost Style on deck that I didn't even get to because I was so busy fucking talking.
Looking up numbers.
Yeah,
That's
I didn't even get to really drink my beer. So
yeah,
we're still sipping on this Gypsy Fade, dude. It's been it's hella warm now too.
I'm sure. I'm sure. I went for a Smog City. I bought this one just for the can. And this is the Saber-Tooth Squirrel. It's a hoppy amber ale.
I like it.
Coming in at 7%. So
hell yeah.
I'm feeling it. I didn't really get through too much of it either, definitely. But really like that dark color.
Yeah, that looks beautiful.
Great color.
Looks beautiful.
So, definitely take it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man.
All right.
Well, thank you everybody for tapping in with us. Best of luck tomorrow on these bets. Enjoy opening day. Enjoy the Masters. Enjoy UFC on Saturday. Got a hell of a weekend, so you're definitely going to want to tap in on Sunday to Taproom Sports, because that is going to be a hell of an episode. They've been very fun lately. Had a lot going on, and it's going to continue on Sunday, so stay tuned with us. Stay with us. Stay locked. You can find us taproomsportspodcast.com. You can hit us up on YouTube. You can hit us up on Instagram at Taproom Sports Podcast. Hit me up on Twitter at Jordan Rules TSP. You can find us on Twitter at Taproom_sports. Ben, you told me you got a Twitter. What the hell is your Twitter handle now?
At Scarlar19.
At Scarlar19. You can.
Because I got a big ass scar.
You can hit up Ben. Stay locked with us, man. We got a lot of content coming. We'll see y'all on Sunday. I'll be on APR tomorrow with Steady Eddie. So definitely tap in with us then. We'll be going live 9:30 p.m. Thursday night. We'll see y'all later.
Peace.